We have finally reached that goal of Asta and Yuno finally reaching the top, showing everybody who the fuck they are and that they mean business, because I really fucking enjoyed that, the fact we're finally here with Asta and Yuno. We've finally seen after all this time, and trust me, after many chapters of us dicking around at the festival going, hey, let's get drunk, let's do some stupid shit, and they're both there, immediately able to like, yeah, we fucking did it. We actually did it. We got it here, and the fact that they're the ones that are getting the praise, they've got people cheering for them. That, like, Asta kind of felt like, you know, it was finally worth it all the end, you know. Still got a long way to go, but we're getting a little bit of respect after all of this time. So the chapter itself this week was pretty much straightforward for the most part, as, like, both first and second, like, achievers, like, out of the stars. They're the ones that have pulled the most stars out of everybody in their entire, like, in the Golden Dawn, and also as well for the Clovers as well, like, where we've seen with the Black Bulls. They have actually pulled the most in the Clover Kingdom, and I really like the fact that that piece of shit guy that was like, oh, you know, that Asta guy is an imposter, like, you know, scum, piece of shit and all that, and he's like a commoner of, like, you know, the lowest rank, like, and everyone starts like, oh, you know, oh, how can you be a commoner? You know, commoners can't have this sort of thing. And Yuno shuts everyone down by pull out the full power right now, releases the insane amount of magic energy that he's condensing, and he's like, so what? Like, you think I've got, like, look at this energy I'm spewing, and he fires this full blast at Asta, and even Asta blocking it with just one of his blades, mind you. It was a great way to show off everybody, saying, like, what, you really, just because we, like, didn't come out of, like, some fresh, rich womb doesn't give a fuck. Like, we don't care about that. Like, they've worked harder than anyone else to reach their current positions. Just the straight, as Julia said, you worked hard and they overcome, like, you know, their differences and all that, and, you know, they've gone through shit, they've gone through all kinds of stuff, and it's like, well, regardless of what, we're doing it for the country. Like, you know, we're helping you guys at the end of the day, making sure that you actually have a kingdom to return, you know, to go home to, and they get to have all this glory, and it's like, that's what they had. And it was very interesting that the rankings, what we got, and I was surprised, like, where we got exactly with, like, the Crimson Lions. Like, I was kind of surprised where they got. I'm not surprised by the Silvers at all, but this changing up of the rules. Obviously, with the Dawn being first, the Black Bulls being second, the Eagles third, Blue Rose at fourth, Crimson Lions at fifth. I thought they were going to be fourth, to be fair. I thought they were going to be a little bit higher, or even, like, being, like, maybe really interested if they, like, drawed with, like, the Silver, like, Eagles this time. Since, like, I honestly, that can make a little bit of space. Remind you, they did lose their previous leader, like, after this point in time. And then with this happening, we've had, like, the Green Mantises, like, the Coral Peacocks, and the Orcas, and the Blue Deers. They're all running up, like, the other positions of green, we've got with green being 6th, coral being 7th, purple being 8th, and also as well blue being 9th place position from, like, there. And even when he's like, oh, what the fuck happened to, which I believe isn't, like, that's the guy that's actually, like, if I remember, that's, like, the person from the White Eye Nice and all that, that's, like, an imposter. Like, I know definitely, like, it was either him or, like, one of the other characters that were actually the imposter there. And plus, we don't know who the fuck, you know, with this Orca dude as well. We don't know anything about him, plus we don't know anything about the new Crimson Lion leader as well. We don't know, there could be some shady shit, but the most satisfying part was, like, the Silvers, like, just being so pissed off. It's like, we lost to the Bulls of all people, and, like, even Noelle gets to be, like, bask in that glory where she just does the little Cinderella, like, little apology saying, of course, a natural like me can do shit like that, and I'm like, of fucking course. And the next chapter, though, going to be actually seeing the king, and I was like, wait, what? Are we going to be seeing the king after all this? What the hell has he been, like, you know, what's up with him and all that? I kind of want to, and I hope it isn't just like, oh, he's going to give a little speech, but I hope this leads into, like, something more interesting, like, you know, where, like, you know, giving the highest cheers to, like, you know, this guy, the king. I'm kind of curious about that, because, you know, there's this guy, you know, above, like, Julius in this way. Obviously, Julius is, like, the strongest person there, but I want to know what the king honestly has in mind. So we'll have to wait and see for that. But other than that and all that, like, I feel it was pretty much, like, I thought it was a solid chapter. Finally got to see where exactly Asta and, you know, have finally grown from this point. And the fact is that I feel like I kind of wish we saw this material a little bit Asta, like, and you get to see, like, how quickly they've gone from, like, chapter 1 to chapter 100 now, and I think that's Tobias wanted to show, you know, chapter 100 is a big deal, and you kind of want to be like, hey, let's see how already they started going, but that could also tell, like, how fast-paced this series is in general, the fact that they're now already being respected, where this took, like, something like, you know, like, say, like, example of Naruto, like, look how long it took for, like, people to actually recognize Naruto as a true, like, to get the entire village on his side. It took all the way into Shippuden with pain, like, that's kind of nuts, and you think of Asta where he's like, well, he stopped a couple of invasions, like, both sides, so, you know, the massive change in speed in both series and all that, and that's just how, like, modern, like, I feel like shonen series are doing nowadays, so that they're changing a lot more about that, where they have to be a lot more fast-pacer than, like, what other previous series had, where they could actually build up a little bit. Sorry, you get a few exceptions to the rule, but definitely I feel like it's, like, we finally get to see that, and I'm kind of glad that this will probably be my most enjoyable chapter that I've had for, like, the past month of Clover. Still don't think it's, like, this godlike amazing chapter. I think it's more of a solid, you know, fine, okay chapter, but I'm finally glad we got out of that, because I trust me, even I could even say, like, I really didn't enjoy the last couple of ones where those are jokes, although we had a couple things with Yami and stuff like that, but it really wasn't honestly progressing too much, and I kind of wish that they speed that bit up a bit. I'm sure that ain't gonna be a bad in, like, when it's in a volume format, and I kind of wish that they didn't stop cock teasing with, like, the Yuno and Asta fight. If they want to have a proper fight, let's actually get to see that soon, because I want to see that shit. But that is all from me. Thank you always for watching, and I'll see you guys though next time.